Okay, greetings everyone. This is First Centurion 753 with the next episode of Geopolitical Simulator 4 Power and Revolution, restoring the Ottoman Empire. We got a meeting coming up here on Saturday the 13th with the President of Human Sharing, Solidarity, etc., etc. Hopefully that'll give us an endorsement. Probably not as much of an endorsement as the old lady gave us, the oldest person in the country, which I think was like 100 and something. Pretty impressive. Let's see. Economics, start off there always. You want to take a look at growth is at 5%. That's very good. Unemployment, 10.31. I don't remember. I think I might have gone down a little bit. Inflation is at 7.55. Those numbers are not very good. Inflation and unemployment, those are horrible. But growth is good. And GDP per capita is almost at 10,000. So that's not bad distribution of wealth. But we do definitely need to improve some of that stuff. Taxation, we're going to look at our deficit. Deficit, I thought I had a surplus. What happened here? May 8th. Monday, May 8th. Legislation. Did I not have a surplus? Laws in progress. Once this passes, we'll have a surplus. Alright, so let's go ahead and get that passing and we'll get things going. As we do that, let's take a look at our industries first. I'm going to just go over a few things. I don't remember if I did this last episode or not, but let's just take a look. Overall industry review. GDP in agriculture and farming is 53 billion, which is about 7%. New political family, sure. I need that. Space race, I heard about that before. Good. All right, so agriculture, we're exporting 68 billion, importing 19 billion for a trade balance of 48. A lot of our stuff is being exported, looks like. Not a lot of domestic spending in our agriculture there. What are the major sectors? We'll take a look at that too. Apples. Agricultural info. Volume. Alright, looks like vegetables, fowl, cereal. Employment's going up in all these sectors. That's good. Milk, wood, potatoes. Okay. Is there anything we're not producing? Looks like we do pretty well agriculturally. Pork, sugarcane, coffee, colza, cocoa. Colza we still have. Cocoa, coffee, pork, and sugarcane. That's not bad. Alright, agricultural info. Agriculture looks pretty diverse. Let's take a look at industry. Not a lot of GDP, but in modern countries, agriculture doesn't really take a big portion of the GDP. Industry takes about 26% of our GDP. We are exporting a lot, 195 of the 201. Trade balance ends up being 153. That means about 50 billion in domestic consumption of our industry. It looks like we're pretty dependent on trade in this game. Maybe we should join some more trade organizations. Service industries here, and I think I'm going to probably want to expand this industry. This is where we are the strongest. About 60% of our GDP is in service. That's good for a modern industrialized economy. A lot of export. A lot of it's being exported. 444 billion in services being exported. I didn't look at the let's take a look at service info here. Services in general. Tourism is about 4% of our GDP. Banks, numerical stuff. We probably could expand some more of these areas and try to diversify a little bit, I think. Fast food. That would consume a lot of our, that would be oh, there we go. Laws passed. Fast food probably could consume a lot of our agricultural products. Alright, so that's an overview of our sectors. This is great. Purchasing power, unemployment, or employment, purchasing power, social, family, industry. Industry was negative. Looks like the law has passed. Coffee to this
Sir,
guy.
dark and strong, please.
Sure, you're radiant.
Thanks.
You're flattered.
It's very
Now, speak highly of me.
okay. If it makes you happy.
Give me a bump. We got 11% bump from that law being passed.
The vote
So
was
that
held
is
and the
very good, and I would assume at this point we have a surplus. We'll have to wait for the week to end to see that. While we're doing that, let's take a look at industry. I did that. Then look at the different sectors we were in for industry. Let's see where we are lagging. Thank you from those guys. Okay. Utility vehicles, steel, buildings, chemicals, clothing. I want to see what the volume is. There it is. Good. Okay. Automobiles, jewelry, railroad construction. Alright, we sort of drop off. Whoa, there's a lot of things we're not doing here. Biotechnology, pharmaceuticals I'd like to get involved in. Pharmaceuticals, biotechnology. A lot of military equipment. Plastics. That's probably good to get involved in. Why does that switch? Missile. A lot of these are military technologies. I think there's about 8 different military sectors in industry. Zinc, bauxite. I always assume that resources are limited. That's one thing I don't like about this game. It doesn't tell you where the resources are, or if there are actually zinc or bauxite resources. Besides energy, it doesn't go into metal. Look at household appliances. That's something I'd probably want to get into too. Diamonds. If you don't have diamonds, then how can you do diamonds? Tire industry. We should do something with that. Alright, so we may want to try to expand some of our industries. Diversify them a little bit more. Again, which one is the big one? Our biggest industry is utility vehicles, building and housing, steel. Steel's good. Chemical industry. With the chemical industry, probably could go into plastics, I would think. Clothing, automobiles. So maybe some subsidies in some of these. But first I'm going to check on my surplus. Maybe some industrial subsidies is what we need. Maybe some service subsidies as well, just to get some industries going. Budget excess is now at $2.38 billion. Good, but we have a debt of $226 billion, so this will take 100 years to pay off. We need to work on that surplus a little bit more. In the meantime, one thing I'm not going to do to work on surplus is take the advice of, who was it? Ryan Finder 26. We're going to go ahead and see if we can maximize all this stuff. 1.82 billion. Wow, 2 billion if I maximize everything. Well, I don't want to do that. That's a little bit too much. Let's at least give ourselves 4-star increases across the board. Ooh, what's going on there? 4-star there, 4-star there. Alright, that's a little bit under $1 billion. Military intelligence. Okay, $771 million for the intelligence increases here. I think I'm going to go ahead and boost political espionage all the way, because we're going to focus first on trying to find causes for war. This is a conquest series for the most part. Let's see here. Iran, we do probably want political spying in Iran. Oh, what's going on here?
I have to tell you that I am filled with pride.
We're up to 71% population.
You know full well that in our services, the empathy curve usually stays close to 0.
There we go. Anti-terrorism, public financing. We're going to try to expand this for sure, yeah. Information, ICTs, ITCs. I think that's information technology communication. Secondary schools, we should probably spend some money there as well. Alright, but again, first, like we said, we have to pay down the debt. So before we do that, I am going to try to manage these networks. Let's see. Saudi Arabia, yeah, can't trust those Saudi Arabians. Interesting stuff going on in the news with Saudi Arabia and Turkey recently. Fortunately, it looks like an American journalist was assassinated. sounded pretty bad too. Yeah, I don't even want to talk about that. Egypt, for sure. Political spying. There we go. Indonesia. I don't need Indonesia. I do not need my guys in Indonesia. Let's pull out of Indonesia completely. There we go. Israel, political spying there for sure. Yeah, watch the Israelis. China. China, I'd say industrial spying. Maybe we can get some secrets from China. Algeria. Algeria will need political spying on them as well. That is part of the Ottoman Empire, former Ottoman Empire. Mexico. Let's do some industrial spying on Mexico. See if we can't steal stuff from them. North Korea. I don't really care about North Korea. We'll let other people deal with North Korea. North Korea typically gets dealt with. Not like this one matters. We'll do industrial spying here. In the Soviet Union. Saudi Arabia, we got political spying. South Korea. South Korea? Taiwan is probably really good for industrial spying. Let's grab them. And I'm going to pull out of South Korea. I don't need my spies there. That gives me another 61 spies. Confirm that. Let's create some new networks. I want to do it on the map, actually. So we can see exactly. Cyprus is definitely one we're going to go deploy a network there. In Cyprus. Political spying. Let's add 10 for sure. Syria. We'll need some spies there. Excuse me. Put another 15 there. Political spying. There we go. Iraq. Definitely. Definitely want spies in Iraq. Locate terrorist units. Political spying. 15. Got some updates here. Alright. Minister of Health.
Our network has been partially disbanded. The agents...
Well, why do we have agents in the United States anyways? I don't want that. Truck suicide.
A truck transporting an explosive load crashed into a police station.
I really gotta get on top of these
In a
terrorists.
statement sent to the press, the terrorist organization
I hate terrorist organizations. I hate the way
In light
terrorist
of recent
organizations have
events,
been.
will proceed to cross-check all our intelligence and quickly update the file. Some suspects will be removed.
Interesting. Kurdish Renaissance. We're gonna have to deal with them. Yeah, I really just don't like the way spy networks have evolved. It's very, in this game, with the updates, it's very tedious. Here we go. 4 different groups. Okay. We'll infiltrate. Okay. And interior. Assassinate a person. You have to go into each one and then go into their file. Look how tedious this is. And then there's all these people. I don't know who to go after. There's this guy under surveillance. This is just ridiculous. Communist forces, I'm not worried about them. Let's go after the Kurdish Renaissance. I think they're probably the biggest threat, probably. Surveil that leader. Yeah. Maybe with the increase in agents in national territory, that might help your ability to investigate more people.
Our sportsmen are ready.
There we go.
Our team is in place. The information gathered on this suspect terrorist will be archived directly into his dossier, which you can consult at any time.
Great. Great. Alright, where else do I need spies? Definitely need spies in Greece. They're a potential enemy. Although we're going to try to keep them as an ally for as long as possible. They are part of NATO. But I'll put some agents there. Political spying. Might as well put some agents in Bulgaria as well. Political spying. I'm gonna try to avoid. Oh. Do we not have enough? I wanted to go after Armenia. I have agents in Iran. Georgia, I think, is going to be more of an ally, maybe. And Azerbaijan, I should try to forge an alliance with these two, I think. Sort of contain Russian aggression, and we'll try to invade Armenia.
A truck transporting an explosive load crashed into a police station.
Great. I'm getting killed with these terrorist organizations.
In a statement sent to the press, the terrorist organization has claimed responsibility for the operation.
And I don't even know who that guy is. I have to go into each organization and try to find out who that guy is with. Ugh. Oh, that one's easy. We'll just surveil both of these guys. Guardians of something. Oh my god. I don't even know this is a leader either. This is just alphabetical order. Ah. So many. That's just annoying. Shiite resistance group. Probably not a fan of the Turkish
Just
government.
a week to go before the...
These guys might be getting supported by Iran. Let's place them all under surveillance. The Iranians are a Shiite country. So tedious. That is just something I'm not interested in this part of in this game. All right, we're in February. How's the economy looking still? Budget-wise, excess at $2 billion still. I think that law was pretty good. I'm wondering if I should go ahead and try to pass another one. Slow internet speed, video games distress. All right, we should do something as far as infrastructure for Technology Canada.
We have strong suspicions that this organization is preparing to carry out an attack in the next few hours.
Who's it? Shiite resistance group? Alright, pause this. Gotta deal with these terrorists now. Construction-wise, broadband is always interesting. That worked really well in the Indian game. Oh, that's a lot. Alright, broadband, 646 million. Annual reimbursement of 129, so that's 129 of the annual budget. This increases our broadband by 1 percentage point. Let's go ahead and confirm that. That's good across the board. And if we check out services, I don't know if people want to continue to keep track of things. Last series I had a bunch of people tracking stuff for me, which was really helpful. We'll see if you guys are interested in tracking things. Now, internet services. Profits are 25 million and sales of 3.1 billion. Alright, we'll see if that increases over time after that, or how much that increases over time after that investment. Recipe for success. Culture. Your popularity leaves me speechless. Okay, good. Alright, so what we're dealing with. Let's keep pressing forward in time. Broadband construction begins. Very good. I think it's time for another tax reform. If we can pull it off. Let's see if we can pull it off. Company turnover tax. This is my favorite. $5.9 billion. That is a ton of money. Check this out. Popularity wise. 81% against it. Alright. We're going to make a new reform. Tax reform 2 is what we'll call it. Digital. Digital bonus. Tax reform. Number 2, create the reform, and let's add the company tax. This company tax is really way too high, I think. I do want to bring this down in general. That should be good for business. And it will get the right-wingers on our side. And then again, employee social security, we can take that down a notch. There's room there. Add that to it. that actually pulls everybody over. We'll get 51% vote. Alright, perfect. So I think that's about... We're still going to end up with about $4 billion surplus added to it after that move, and grow the economy with that infrastructure. I think it should be good. Alright, now let's take a look. We have trains, high-speed trains rolling here, and we've got a highway. Another big part of our infrastructure is... Oh, I forgot to go after that terrorist group. Damn it! So much more concerned with the economy than I am with the terrorists. Alright, let's see here. That group... So much more interested in the economics than I am with these terrorists. I wish I could just have somebody... There's only like 2 guys here. Oh my god, there's 5 guys now. Come on. Under surveillance. Under surveillance. Under surveillance. No more surveillance teams available. I'll just arrest that guy. Alright, we're arresting him without a warrant. Hostage crisis. Alright, let's give an order to attack. See how well that turns out. That's probably going to be a disaster.
You found absolutely nothing again.
I had to release that guy. Set his house on fire. My friend's house is on fire. Okay, Secret Service. Exterior managed networks. There's only 1 agent left. We should hire more agents. I can pull a couple from China. 5. Hostage taking and human rights. Human rights? Alright, we wanted Armenia. We wanted a network here. Secret Service. Political spying. Do it. Okay, so we've got our agents deploy. We're deploying networks everywhere we want to deploy. I think I'm going to have to increase the number of international spies. Hostage taking. Ooh, that worked out well. Winter Olympics opening, very good. I think that was in Korea.
The hostage takers transmitted a press release. If their demands are not met, they will execute the hostages.
Will you?
The assault was a major success.
Huge.
Our intervention team showed considerable professionalism.
Huge
and the terrorists
success.
were shot or captured. With the exception of some people with minor wounds, there were no casualties among the hostages.
Brilliant. What do we have here? Ghana. President of Ghana. Looks like they are presidential, conservative rightists. They align with us. I will meet with these guys and see what they have to say. Russia. The other thing is, I do want better relations with the United States. I know right now Turkey and the United States don't have the best relations. And I guess a trade deal with the United States would be good. Let's see if we can get a meeting with them. With Mr. Trump over here. Make a deal with Mr. Trump. Now, how much time's left? Yeah. The other thing I wanted to look at is international organizations. What international organizations am I part of? Which international organizations could I become a member of? I don't think I'm a part of the EU, but I am part of NATO. Do I want to become part of the EU? That's debatable. Someone was mentioning that on the channel. Let's see if I can just find that. Yeah, Ryan. Now I'm looking at the comments. Ryan Finder 21826 is telling me about the. There's gonna be a lot of terrorist organizations. Absolutely right about that one. Oh, Harry Forsyth. Do I want to become part of? The EU is becoming increasingly authoritarian itself. So do I want to become a part of that? Let's see. Ryan Finder 226 says Erdogan isn't a dictator, but after that coup, he's made a major leap towards it. He's used. Let's see. I gotta click back on this. Yeah. I don't know if that screwed things up. He used the failed coup to massively purge the government and army of enemies. Yes, I remember that. That was about 2 years ago, I think, when they had that failed coup. I think it was during the Obama administration. Some people may have been skeptical about if the United States had something to do with it or not. I don't know. It allowed him to pass several laws to further increase his power. On a side note, decrease secular... Ooh, speaking of increasing power, I have to do that, don't I? I have to Let's see here. Oh, what's going on? Canadian
Good
meeting.
morning! I didn't come empty-handed. In fact, I wanted you to see in order to submit to you this economic contract which, as you will see, is profitable for both our countries.
What do you got there? Trudeau, Bruto, whatever your name is. Natural gas. We're going to be buying it cheaply. Do we need it? Yes, we do. Okay, maybe this will help with the inflation, actually. See if they negotiate. Ah!
Sure.
What the heck is this? Something just popped up on my computer. I don't know if you guys saw that. Something about color schemes. Natural gas. Yeah, we need a lot of natural gas, it looks like. Wow. Can we get it all from Canada? I don't know if I want to. Become too dependent on trade with Canada. Ooh, no, 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 no. Refuse that. Try that again. Buy. Natural gas. Whoa. 485. 460. 439. 420. Come on with this. Get out of my face. This keeps popping up. 420. Oh, lower than that. 430. 4. Okay, they agreed to that. Alright, so we got a discounted price on natural gas. A lot of it coming from Canada. It's a 5-year contract. We're heavily dependent on natural gas with Canada. Yeah. I gotta remember that. Negotiate military alliance. Air access and maritime access. We are in an alliance. Would I want Canadian bases in Turkey? No, I don't. I'm alright with this. I don't need any of that. Encouraging unemployment reduction. Latest reports show that 9.3% of the active population are unemployed. That is down about 1 percentage point, so I think the economy is on the right track.
Our infiltrated agent was spotted and murdered.
Jeez.
Our infiltrated agent is on site. His first report confirms that his cell is operational
Good.
and has carried out some preliminary tests, as set out by the usual protocol, with a view to launching his mission. This country will soon be the destination for our...
I'm getting really frustrated with that stupid thing. I don't know if you guys heard the rest of that or not. That's popping up a lot. Alright, so we're waiting for the next bill to be passed in Parliament. I think we got some good approval. Gold star from ITC. Concerning information technology communication, I'm here to inform you that our current infrastructure is among the best in the world. We can still improve on it. Excellent. Internet speed, okay. Proud to inform the President we are ranked among the best countries in the world. Average internet speed per person. This will give us an undeniable advantage in the present world where being digital is a catalyst for growth. Nice. Yeah, internet improvement. Wow, we're doing great with the internet. Our efforts in the matter of internet infrastructure has borne fruit. The average internet speed is clearly improved, which will change the daily lives of our businesses, administrations. We're going to be like an internet energy hub, I think. That's going to be like the goal of this new season in HD. Jetflix. Empire of Cards. This is hilarious. Okay, so yeah, I think Turkey's gonna be like a new hub of energy and
Well done. You have just signed your first contract.
oh, I don't know. New hub of energy and internet, and we will bring internet to the rest of the Middle East as we conquer them. Give them internet speed. Give people internet, and they will stop worrying about, well, maybe not. I was going to say give them internet and they won't be fighting each other as much, but maybe they'll fight each other on Facebook instead of on, you know, the battlefield. Eek. Yeah, so can we bring internet to the Middle East? That is the question. If we can, ooh, Lebanon too. Get spies to Lebanon.
Good morning.
What do you got here? Natural gas, more natural gas. I don't need natural gas. No, no thank you. Refuse you. I have enough natural gas from Canada. Is there anything else you have that I might want? Purchase-wise, let's look through here real quick. We have a deficit in aluminum. You know, I should probably be writing this down. I'm going to write this down, sorry. I got a little bit of time left here in the episode. We're just going to write this down. Deficits are in aluminum. Aluminum. Okay, we got that. Deficit in aluminum. Automobile, we're good. Bananas. Deficit of bananas. I don't know if I have time to do all this right now. I'm going to go through it real quick. Bauxite. Of course, bauxite. If there's a deficit in aluminum, it's probably because of the deficit in bauxite. Beef. I'm not doing this right. Bottled water. We should have plenty of bottled water. Housing's good. Cement. We're good. I should be writing down our surpluses too. Chemical industry. Very good. Clothing. Very good. Cocoa. No go. No go on cocoa. Or coffee. Alright. Computer hardware. I'm not even looking to see if they have stuff. Software. Consumer electronics. I don't know. Copper. Copper's good. I should just do the big ones. Cotton. Diamond. Electrical materials. Ooh, we need some of those. Electricity. We got a lot of. We should have a lot of hydro power electricity because of all the waters and all the dams. Maybe I can build more dams. We need more fish. Fowl. Fuel. I'm just going to go through real quick to see what. I think fuel I'm going to write down there. Gold. Jewelry. I can come back to do this on my own. Maize. Natural gas. We're getting that one secured. Oil. Oil. Turkey does not have oil. Oil is in the Middle East. In the desert. Paper we need more of. Railroad construction. We're good. Rice. We could use some more. Robotics. Sheep. Silver. Sodas. Lots of sugar. Sugar. Oh my god, we have no sugar cane. Huge demand for sugar cane. Huge. I gotta write that down. Sugar cane. That is a big demand. Maybe we can get some Caribbean country. Tea. Tobacco. Water supply networks, yes. And wood. Okay. Interesting. Alright, so that is the breakdown of our economics. I'm not trading with Ghana. And that's going to be this episode, I think, because we're over 30 minutes. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the comments. Feel free to continue to comment. And if you like this series, if you have suggestions for me as what to do for this series, I think, like I said, I like this idea of a... Oh, there's the tax reform. 86%.
Was held and the reform was adopted.
Cha-ching! And we're probably going to be making tons of cash now. Surplus is, I don't know, I'll push it till we see the surplus. How about that? So, as I say the goodbyes, again, as always, thanks for watching. Patreon support is huge. You guys are sticking with me. I love it. Really appreciate it. Oh, I gotta meet with the United States too. Oh, man. Alright, I'm gonna save this for later. No, I can't. I gotta meet with him.
Sure. Dark.
He likes sycophants.
Very kind.
There it is. And I should try to sell him something, probably. Cement. Cement, something we had a lot of. We do a lot of cement. $4 billion into the economy. How big is the Turkish economy? Turkey. Click on it. Damn it. Okay, I don't remember how big the economy is. Utility vehicles. A surplus there. Ooh, 11 billion. That should be good. Oh no, I don't want that. Increase this. Negotiating with Donald Trump. Here we go. Ooh, worked out pretty well. Give me one more. The art of the deal is done. Alright, there you have it. Thank you, Mr. Trump. Renegotiate alliance. They have the authorization to build 2 bases. That's good enough. Okay, thank you, Mr. Trump. Deal done. Series done. 13 billion should put us at 800 billion. Beautiful. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.